Welcome back Pokefans to Pokémon Legends Arceus Part 18. Last episode we made our way to Coronet Highland, and this episode we will be going ahead and exploring the whole area as much as we can. You might have checked the map, it's kind of a really large area and we have a lot of new Pokemons to catch in this. But before we go on forward with the Coronet Highlands, I did want to complete one of the requests that is still remaining. Let's make our way back to Cobalt Coastlands. Alright, I have caught a few Pokemons that were here. So I'm just gonna be showing it to Professor Lavington. Now, the 9th star is actually quite far away. We have to get a lot of points, which means I would have to complete at least 20 of the Pokédex as well as catch a lot of new Pokémons for it. Anyway, now that we are back in Jubileef village, let me make my way back to Cobalt Coastlands. And I have completed most of the requests. There are only I think 3 to 4 left. And the one that I'm really struggling for is the Pokédex for Cherim. I have been trying a lot, but I haven't found any Cherim back in Obsidian Fields. I'm actually hoping to find one in Coronet Highlands. But first of all, we just have to talk to this NPC to unlock the game. And now we have to actually go ahead and break at least 24 balloons. And this is kind of going to be a multi-race. So we do have swimming, surfing, as well as riding on Verdier right here. Let me try my best and let's see if we can win it. Alright, I think as long as we have a proper camera area adjustments, then I think we can actually break it. Okay, that was pretty bad. But as you can see here, I'm actually doing double jumping, which is actually you just have to click on Y again to double jump. Alright, let me try this one again. Yes. Alright. So we have been taking down quite a few balloons. It has been 15 to 16. We do need only 24, but I will try to actually burst out everyone. Of course, I have missed a few behind, but once it's gone, it's gone. You can't really do much of anything. Alright, not bad. I have been actually able to hit most of them after that initial ones. And let's see, we still have 12 seconds. We might be able to complete it all the way to the end. Of course, I did get 30 balloons, which is really good. And the race is almost at the end. Yes. So we did get 31 balloons. There were actually 40. And I just missed 9 of them, which is not bad. Let's see what we get. Alright, so 5 great balls. Not bad. And we do complete this request as well. So we do get 10 ultra balls for completing it. That's the main reason why I actually came here for this. Anyway, now that this is done, I think we'll only have around 2 requests left, other than the ones that we can complete once we go to Coronet Highlands. Alright, so that's nice. Now, I think we can actually make our way back to Jubileef village. I do want to actually go ahead and talk to the Ginkgo Guild merchant as well. And let's see what he has for us today. Now, this also reminds me that I do have to actually go ahead and check out on my harvest. Last episode, I think I had given a mint harvest, and I do want to see what we get over there as well. Alright, this time he's actually selling us a honey cake set. Not bad, I'll just go ahead and buy it. Now, I won't be using it right away. Maybe in the future when we need to catch a very tricky Pokemon, then it will be of real help. Alright, let me quickly make my way to the farm. And thankfully we do have a flying option over here. Let me quickly go ahead and talk to this guy right here. And they have completed our harvest. Alright, let's see what we get from it. And it seems like a bunch of new items. Some of these actually help us with Pokemon special attack and defense. Not bad. Now that we have completed it, I think I can just go ahead and give up a apricot harvest. I do require a lot to craft all of the Pokeballs as well as Ultra Balls. This is most helpful since I am actually trying to complete the Pokédex as soon as possible. We do need it completed just to make sure that we catch some other Pokemons in the future. Anyway, let me quickly empty out my storage and I'll make my way back to Coronet Highlands. Now I'm actually in Coronet Highlands. I do have 3 EVs and I did check in my Pokédex. I don't have a Vaporeon for some reason. Maybe I was not able to find one in the space-time rifts. So let me go ahead and evolve this EV just to record its data in the Pokédex. And here we go. So we have a Vaporeon now. Alright. So you don't really have to actually catch EVs and evolve them. Usually you will be able to find all the evolutions for EVs back in the space-time rifts in different areas. But since I don't really have ones, I'll just go ahead and evolve them. Alright, it seems like I don't have a Jolteon as well. So let me quickly go ahead and evolve another EV to become a Jolteon. Alright, let me go ahead and evolve this one. And here we go. Alright, this is quite exciting. Now in the different forms for EV, I really like Vaporeon myself. But I think Jolteon looks the coolest. So I'm really happy that I have one in my team now. And this is a good thing. We do get it recorded into our Pokédex. The last Pokemon I did want to evolve was my Porygon 2. You might remember that I was not able to find a Porygon Z in the space-time rifts. You usually find them in Crimson Marylands. Since I didn't really get one, I just had this dubious disc which I can use to evolve this Pokemon into Porygon Z. Alright. So that's all the evolutions done for today. Let me quickly go ahead and bring them out so you guys can actually see it on their size and height. This is gonna be Jolteon, which is actually quite small like a dog. And here is Vaporeon. Actually, if you do keep the Pokemons right next to each other, they will face each other and have a conversation. And you can see that now these 3 are gonna be having a conversation. Alright, that looks so cute. Okay, now that this is completed, I'll go ahead and switch out to my Pokemons that I'm gonna be using for today. And I think we can actually go ahead and make our way to the bridge. Alright, here we are at the bridge. Last episode we didn't really actually cross it. This episode we can actually go ahead and talk to Ingo right here. Alright, we have a cutscene as well. The electrode known as the Lord of the Hollow is somewhat different from the electrode I recall. But its electrical discharges, at least, are familiar. One false step around it could put you in danger. If you're going to face it, you might consider catching Pokemon that would withstand electricity. It must be difficult being a Pokemon, don't you think? Especially one as irritable as Electrode. Then becoming frenzied to boot. I mean, that is true. So true. It's tough old life for Pokemon and humans alike. Well, Warden Ingo of the Pearl Clan and oh my, the Galaxy Grunt from before. You're punching well about your height to seek out the great Electrode, Lord of the Hollow. But by sheer tenderness of my heart, I'll grant you a trial to see if you're worthy. The greatest obstacle you'll ever face waits you right here. Battle me if you dare. I guess we're not going to be battling melee right away. So it's going to be maybe another time or absolutely not. Both are fine. Well then, let me tell you the great melee's take on this whole situation. The frenzy of our noble is nothing other than a mark of Almighty Sinnoh's favor and protection. Why? Because it makes them stronger. Do I really need to spell out that that's a good thing? We must let our Lord frenzy as it may, to demonstrate the almighty Sinnoh that Diamond Clan lives up as it's right and good. This may even be, dare I say it, the very reason I'm here on this earth. Okay, it seems like this guy is taking everything too far and he's taking it way too seriously than it's needed. Anyway, I think he's gonna be kind of like an obstacle for us and might not actually let us battle the Lord of the Hollow that easily. Let's go ahead and see what plan he has for us. Alright, it seems like he's gonna be going back and I have already gone ahead and checked the map. The place where we're supposed to go is actually way far. I'm actually wondering if we can actually go ahead and go over there in this episode, since we do have a lot to explore. But for now, I won't be turning back. We need to go ahead and enter the cave right in front of us. Alright, I'm glad that Ingo here is also in our side. So we do have to actually go through the wayward cave to make our way forward. And alright, not bad. We already have Golbat. I'm hoping to catch a Crobat. If we do see one, I do want to catch it. And here we go. So we will be entering the wayward cave right here. Let's go ahead and make our way. This is kind of a weird transition. I didn't really see the A button till now for any of the other caves. Well, this is all. The torches that light the way through the cave are gone. Could this be merely attempting to obstruct us? Either way, there's no need for concern. I know my route and I'll conduct us safely. Alright. No darkness nor foul weather will delay us. Onward we roll. Alright, so this also is gonna be one of those moving cutscenes where the character is just gonna be talking and we should be actually moving on. I think the last time we saw this was at the beginning of this game when we entered the Jubilee village for the first time, and Professor Lavington was actually taking us back to Galaxy Hall for the first time. Anyway, here he has actually stopped. Please forgive the unscheduled stop. I detect an Alpha Crobat at our right. Under normal circumstances, I doubt its presence would obstruct someone like us. But given the poor visibility, I purpose a track change is in interest of safety. Alright, it seems like we have a Alpha Crobat over here, which is awesome. I do want to go back and try to catch it. And I do want to actually go ahead and explore the wayward cave as well. We might find some really good items over here as well. But I think it's actually quite short. Just like the wayward cave in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And here we are. We are actually in another cave or the cave room. This is a fine progress. We'll nearly home free. Wait, could those be? There are the stumps that are used to actually light the fire and the torches along the way. I guess it was Melee after all who was trying to stop us. Alright, Warden Ingo has already lit up these fires. So I think he will be letting us move on our own from now on. And yes, so he has actually let us move on. I think this is a time for us to actually go back and explore this wayward cave. Let me actually make my way back to the entrance. And it's quite easy to make our way over there since we do have these torches lit all around. And this was the area where we saw the Alpha Crobat. I think it has actually moved back now that the cutscene is over. Alright, this is the entrance from where we started. So I do want to go from the other way. Alright, it seems like a dead end. But we do have some crystals, which is quite good. I have been trying to collect and hold off on all of my items just in case if we do have some boss battles or noble Pokemon battles where I would want to use them. As for the Pokeball items, the Tumblestones as well as Apricons, I'm just trying to collect them to create more Pokeballs or Ultra Balls. Here we have an unknown, which is quite nice since I have been actually trying to catch all the 28. I do want to actually show you guys the things we get once we complete it. Let me try and see if I can catch it. Alright, that was not... Yes, there we go. So I guess I had to actually keep the Pokeball a little bit higher. Anyway, we have caught the unknown and I think that's all in this cave. Let me cross back over here again. Even though they have kept a boulder, it's actually quite easy for us to go through. I guess they intended us to actually go through. Otherwise, they would have actually bouldered up the whole cave over there. Anyway, I think we haven't come in this direction. And it's actually a dead end. Oh, and there is a Gibble. So let me try and catch it. I think this is the first time we are actually getting to catch one. We have seen one before with Volo, but this is actually the first one we are going to be getting to catch. Let me try and see if I can catch it with this feather ball. Okay. I guess I was too close to the boulder. Let me try this one again. And we do get a back strike. And we catch it. Alright. That's amazing. That's a new Pokemon added to our Pokédex. Now, I am actually quite interested to see what Pokemons we'll find in this area, as well as the space-time rifts that are going to be appearing. I have heard that you will be able to find the fossil Pokemons over here when you have the space-time rifts. So I'm hoping to get one of each. Let's see how it goes. Alright. So that's all for that dead end. Let me move on. And we should be coming to this main cave. Okay. So right over here we don't have any fire candles. I guess this is the way back. And we have to actually go to the other side of the cave to go to the exit. But I think there is another entrance right here, or a exit to another cave right here. Let me quickly explore this before we go to the exit. Alright, that is a Pokemon that I have already caught. And here we have a Wisp as well as the Alpha Crobat. Alright, I do want to catch it. So let me quickly try and hide so it doesn't actually see me. Whoops, okay. I might have to actually take down this Pokemon right here. It's gonna be really tougher for me otherwise. Thankfully, I do have my Roserade in my team, which I actually bought back. You might have seen that I didn't really use it for a few episodes after Crimson Highlands. But now that we are actually going ahead, I do want to have some really stronger Pokemons. Most of the Alpha in Coronet Highlands are actually going to be around level 70 to 77. It's going to be quite tough. So it's better that you guys have some really strong Pokemons. Anyway, let me see if I can actually battle this Crobat and try to catch it. I will also go ahead and collect that Wisp over there in the cave. Just to make sure that I don't miss it. Oops, it actually saw me. Let me quickly run away to the small cave right here. And let me just go ahead and collect this Wisp. Now I am actually trying to get a back strike for this Crobat, but it seems like it's quite tough since we are in a quite small place. I guess the only other way to get a back strike would be actually surfing. But since my controller tends to drift a lot, I don't want to take a chance in that. Let me try to crouch and go as slowly as possible, and let's see if we get a back strike. Of course, when I say that, the Crobat actually looks in my direction. And it saw me again. I guess I won't be getting a back strike for this one. Let me try and battle it without that. Okay, it is attacking me twice, which is kind of unfair. I do getting attacked once, but twice is really something else. Anyway, here I did use a Stone Edge. Unfortunately, it was a crit hit and I defeated the Crobat. Okay, that was unfortunate. I forgot to save my game, so I won't be able to get it again. Which is fine. I will just go back maybe in the next episode and try to catch it. And here we are back at the main cave. So I guess this side part actually went through a loop. Just kind of cool. Now all we have to do is go to the right over here. But before that, there is another small cave room right here. Let me go ahead and check out the Pokemons here as well. And we have another Gibble. So let me try and catch this one as well. Of course, I do have to get rid of the Zubat. Let me quickly go ahead and defeat it. Now I have been using Ursaluna a lot. As you can see, it's actually at level 65, which is actually the strongest Pokemon I own right now, unless I catch any of the alphas in this area. Anyway, let me try and sneak up and try to catch this Gibble as well. And alright, turn around. It actually saw me. I guess I have to actually battle this one to catch it. Unfortunately, the Gibble is actually quite a low level. Level 20 is really bad, since we do have to have Pokemons at least at level 50. But I do believe that we have a Alpha Gabite in this area somewhere in Coronet Highlands. So once I find it, I will actually go ahead and catch that and evolve it. I think that's the much easier way. And right here, I think it's just the map. It actually shows the crack between the rocks. Anyway, I shouldn't be actually bothering about that. Let's make our way back to the exit of this cave. As I thought, it was pretty small cave, other than just a few areas as well as a few Pokemons here and there. Anyway, here is the exit. So let's go ahead and go out. Alright. Here we are, which is a new area. Professor Lavington told me how we fell into this land from the sky. For my part, I simply found myself one day here in Hisui, a region whose name I had never heard. All I could remember was my own name. I was still standing there in bafflement when the Pearl clan came to my aid. I showed a natural affinity for taming Pokemon, which is why I eventually became a warden. But still, I wonder what my true purpose is here. Now, I do remember seeing Ingo here in the anime in Unova region. I think he was with his brother in that one train episode, the train station stamp episode, which is a really cool reference. Anyway, here we have a Heracross, which obviously we have already caught the Alpha Heracross back in Obsidian Freeland. But just for the sake of the Pokédex, I'll just go ahead and catch a few as well as try to battle them, just to make sure that I complete its Pokédex. Alright, it's a good thing I had Arcanine in the beginning. Let me go ahead and use Crunch to actually bring it down a little bit. I don't really want to take it down. I do want to catch this one. Alright, let's see if we can actually catch it over here. I do have a lot of Pokeballs, and I do see that Pokeballs are not that helpful in this area. But I do want to use the ones I already have. So that's the reason why I'm just going to go ahead and use my Pokeballs a lot. And this is a new area. Of course, I do see that we can actually climb out these ridges with the help of Verdure. But for now, I do want to go the path they actually intended us to go through. And once we get our SNEASLER, the new noble Pokemon, we can actually then go ahead and explore everywhere. Alright, let me go ahead and pick out all of these items as well. Now we are seeing a lot of Parasect over here other than the Heracross. Let's see if we will find anything new. So we do have Golduck, which is also fine since we did catch it as well. But I won't be bothering to battle any of these. Let me try and see if I can avoid them. And of course, the waterfalls that you saw will actually go back to the entrance area, which is kind of like a shortcut. But I don't want to go back over there. If we do go there, we have to go through the Wayward Cave again. Anyway, let me quickly make my way to where Ingo might be. And I'll just go ahead and collect all the crystals as well as the berries. Now, the shaking trees here in Coronet Highlands will usually tend to have Heracross. So if you want to complete the Pokédex for it, all you have to do is go ahead and throw your Pokeball at the shaking tree. Anyway, I did go ahead and defeat this one. Of course, my satchel is already full, which seems like a big issue for this game. No matter what, it usually just ends up being full. And I constantly have to create Pokeballs, Ultra Balls just to make space in my satchel. Now, obviously, we can actually increase the size of it, but we do have to have a lot of Pokemoney to do that. And even though I do have a lot of Pokemoney, I keep forgetting to increase the size of my satchel. So I just end up creating more Pokeballs, heavy balls, or fast balls, as you saw here. Anyway, now that we have some space, I think we can actually go ahead and pick up some items. Of course, when regarding to these items, I feel like the spoiled apricot is one of those really waste items. I have never used it till now, and usually I just discard them or just sell them in the shop in Jubilee village. Anyway, here we have a standard. I did check out that my standard Pokédex is actually not complete. So if I do see some, I'll just go ahead and defeat them just to make sure that my standard entry is at level 10. Alright, so we have defeated it. I guess this was the first time we actually defeated it. I just remember catching all the standards that I used to see and just release them later. And here we have another apricot tree. I really like going around and collecting items, but as you saw before, the satchel is always full. It just never stops being full. Let me quickly go ahead and discard the spoiled apricots as usual. And we can try getting our items. Alright, so this area is already explored other than this item right here. And we are back near the waterfall. So this is the one I was mentioning earlier. So if you go down from there, it is an easy way back to the camp. Alright, it seems like we are coming up near another area. And yes, it seems like this is gonna be like a dead end. And of course my satchel is full. Let me quickly go ahead and create more Pokeballs or feather balls just to make space. I guess this is gonna be the thing from now on. Whenever you have a full satchel, just create some Pokeballs to make some space. Alright, in the distance, I do see that Ingo is actually standing near a quarry entrance or like a temple entrance. Let's go ahead and go over there to talk to him. I'm hoping that we will have a new camp to be created here in Coronet Highlands as well. You might have seen the trend where we don't really have only one camp. We do have to actually help set up the second one. So I'm hoping that we get that very soon. I haven't been taking down any of the Pokemons just in case I might need them to battle melee. She seems to be really determined to do so. Alright, I guess I can't really pick up that item and it might actually go to waste. Now these days I have been just going ahead and using the grit gravel as well as the berries just to heal my Pokemons. Let me quickly go ahead and use them. I do find that using grit gravel will actually make a Pokemon much stronger and they will actually tolerate more hits. Otherwise, it's quite difficult to take down most of these Pokemons. Anyway, as you saw, my Ursaluna is quite good. Most of the stats are buffed. But my Goodra is still remaining. Let me quickly go ahead and give it all the items. Of course, the Grit Pebble is only compatible for a few Pokemons. I have been raising the special attack stat for my Samurott, which is really good. It will be really much stronger than before. Once I just get this Apricon, I think I can actually go back and talk to Warden Ingo as well as Melee. I do see them both standing right over here. Alright, let's make our way over there. We do have a cutscene. What's the big idea? Putting back all the torches I spent ages staring away. Do you get some sort of amusement stomping around and ruining people's noble deeds? Oh, rendering a cave impassable to people who venture inside hardly seems noble to me. Well, that is true. I guess that was kind of like a burn to Melly. Well, this just goes to show that even we, wardens, don't always see eye to eye. I extinguished those lights for the sake of the Pokemon in that cave who prefer the dark. Well, that's just a lie. Anyway, but now you louts have put my efforts to waste. If you think I'll just let you slaughter ahead to meet Lord Electrode, you're sorely mistaken. The only way you're getting past me is if you defeat my partner Pokemon. How will you proceed, Dashi? I'll beat him in a Pokemon battle. Go Skuntank, show these louts the true meaning of silent but deadly. That's a really good joke right there. Anyway, I do have my Arcanine in the beginning. I should have actually switched out to my Ursaluna, who would have taken care of the Skuntank pretty easily. So I guess I'll just go ahead and switch out to Ursaluna and hope that this Skuntank really does not attack me in this turn. And it does not. Alright, so that was quite lucky. And of course, the minute I say lucky, my move actually misses. Thankfully, this Skuntank just used Flamethrower, which does not really affect me since I'm a ground type. And this time I was able to actually hit it. And I took it down in one hit. Alright, so there goes down this Skuntank. Now, of course, my Ursaluna is quite high level. But usually I have seen that most of the Pokemons don't go down in one hit. Listen here, neither I nor Skuntank admits defeat just yet. Our challenge to you still stands. However, I will withdraw to afford Skuntank time to recover. There's no shame in tactical retreat. It's more of an advance if you think about it. Keep your guard up. We'll be back. Alright, so it seems like we are going to be battling Warden Melee again in the future. What a lively character. That is true. I cannot fathom Warden Melly's intentions, but for now, let's press on. Alright, so we do have to actually go ahead and enter this, seems like a query. Yes, ancient query. And it seems like a Pokemon is actually keeping on attacking me. Okay, so here we have another cutscene. Alright, this actually looks so huge. This is the ancient query. The stones used to build the temple atop this mountain were all cut from this place. Whether by humans and Pokemons working as one or by the labors of the Pokemon alone, I cannot say. The stones that were left behind should serve to cover us from the grazes of wild Pokemon. Apparently not, since I am actually getting attacked by a Golbat in here as well. And here we have Volo. Awesome. Volo, was it? What is the matter, sir? I wanted to ask about the memory loss of yours. Have you considered that it could somehow be caused by the space-time rift? I have no cause to think that the rift is to blame, but then again, I hardly remember a thing. So, it's difficult to say with certainty. I cannot remember my own home nor my family if I had any. So, you might do better to pose your question to Dashi, I think, if it's to do with that rift. Indeed, well, I do hope your memories return, Warden Ingo. How about you then, Dashi? Do you remember what you saw before you fell out of that rift? Was there anything inside? Maybe something. We can't really share it. But yeah. Interesting. You see, personally I suspect that whatever is in the other side of that rift is causing the strange lightning that plagues us. That makes sense. Indeed, I did some digging and found records indicating that the same space-time rift also appeared in Hisui in a distant past. Now that's some new data we're getting right here. Maybe Volo here knows a little bit more than what we think he does. Maybe he's hiding something from us, Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. I think we'll get to know more about this space-time rift as well as Almighty Sinnoh realm as we go on with this whole story. And I guess Volo is gonna be a main character for us as well, who's gonna be guiding us and helping us in the future. Seems that way for me, at least for now. And yes, just like Ingo said, I hope Volo will be able to solve this mystery for us, or at least help us guide our way through this mystery. It's quite interesting how everything already happened over here. I mean, we haven't been really given any idea or any data on how this space-time rift actually started. So if we do get to know that, I think we'll be able to solve the whole mystery. Anyway, Volo is gonna be going back right here and we will be actually making our way out of this query. Once we are through here, it will be just a little further. Let us move with speed, but not haste. Alright, so do we have any new Pokemons right here? And yes, we do. So we do have a new Pokemon right there. It's gonna be Bronzong. And I think this is the first time we are actually seeing it as well. So let me try and sneak up to it. I do want to catch it for my Pokédex. Alright, it seems like I don't have any Great Balls. So I do have to actually use my Pokeballs to catch this one. And let me try right here again. Whoops, okay. Did it see me? Yes, it did. Okay. I guess we would have to actually battle it. But it seems like it is quite low level. So let me try using Play Rough. Alright, so this is perfect. This time I'll try and use my Pokeball. And let's hope we can actually catch one. Alright, here goes my Pokeball. And let's see. Okay, we do catch it. Alright, so that's amazing. We got a new Pokemon right there. Now all I'm hoping is that we see its evolution form in this query as well, which we do. It's right there, so I do want to catch it as well, but I am wondering if I can catch this Bronzor right here, or at least try to defeat it. Otherwise it might actually trouble us when I'm trying to catch its evolution form. I did get a back strike right here, and we do catch it. Alright. I did see a wisp right over there, but we can't really go over there right now. And there is a unknown. Okay. I was not expecting it. Okay, let me try and catch it. I do have a few wing balls, so we have to just go ahead and aim at it. Whoops. Okay, let me try that one again, and this time it should hit it or not. Okay, let me try that one again, and we only have one wing ball. I'm hoping to catch it right here. And let's see, I'm just trying to adjust, and we do catch it. Alright, so here we go. I do see that you don't really have to worry about catching unknowns, since it's quite easy. You can use any Pokeball, they will be caught pretty easily. Now let me try and avoid these two Bronzor right here, and I do want to catch this Bronzong right over here. Let me try using my Great Ball and see if we can catch it in one hit. And we do catch it. Alright, so I guess we can actually make our way out of this query right now. Seems like today I'm just having a bit of trouble with Pokemon. Everyone seems to be just interested in attacking me. But it's quite good, since I will be learning some really good dodging moves. We do need it for the future as well. As you might have seen, we have to actually go against Lord Electrode. Anyway, here we are at the end of this query. And let's go ahead and explore this area as well. I'm actually hoping that we will get some new Pokemon here at least. Alright, let me quickly collect the apricons right here, or apricots. Yeah, it's called apricon, so I never realized that as well. And here we see some Teddiursas as well as Ursaring, which we have already caught, so we don't really have to worry about it. But I do want to check out that shaking tree. Let me try and go past this Ursaring without it seeing me. And let's see what we encounter on this tree. And we encountered nothing. Okay, so that seems to be like a glitch. As you might have seen, it was clearly shaking, but none of the Pokemon just fell out from it, so I'm not really sure what happened over there. But we do have a shaking crystal right here. Let me quickly go ahead and battle this one. I guess over here we do get Bronzors instead of Graveler from the crystals, which is fine. I was actually expecting a Graveler. Anyway, since we do have this, I guess we can actually battle it. Let me quickly go ahead and do that, and we can move on. Alright, I did go past the Ursalings, and here I see some Luxios as well as Luxrays. And I do see another new request. We do have a request to set up a camp right here. Alright, so that's amazing. Let me quickly go ahead and collect these items all around before we go ahead and talk to her. I think we do need to actually go ahead and, help that lady over there to construct the camp right here. That way, in the next episode, we can actually make our way from this camp itself. Anyway, that's all the trees we have, except that one shaking tree over there. I bet that shaking tree will have a Heracross if I go over there. Let's go ahead and see if that is true. Alright, here we are, and yes, it does have a Heracross. Okay, let me quickly go ahead and defeat this one. Thankfully, I do have my Arcanine still in the beginning, and we have defeated it. Alright, so now that this is complete, I do want to go ahead and pick up that grit gravel that dropped off. Seems like every single time my satchel keeps on getting full. Anyway, now that we have the Pokeballs created, or the Archer Balls and Feather Balls, we can actually pick up the grit gravel. There is another spoiled apricot, but I won't be picking it up. Let's quickly go ahead and talk to this NPC right here. So this time it's gonna be a merchant from Ginkgo Guild, and she might actually need our help for setting up the camp. Alright. It seems like she is having some issues with this Bronzong right here, and we might have to actually help her on it. Let's go ahead and go to this Bronzong and see what the main issue is. Yes, okay, so let's go ahead and find out what the Bronzong needs. Alright, here it is. Let me quickly go ahead and talk to it, or at least try to understand it. Seems like something is over there, maybe another Bronzong by the shape I was seeing. I guess we have to go right over here. So this is gonna be the Lonely Spring. This is one of the area where you will be able to find either a Cherubi or a Cherrim. Alright, so here is a Cherubi, and it seems like it wants to get defeated, so let me go ahead and do that. And I missed the attack. Okay, if you want Cherubi, I'll just go ahead and catch you, not an issue. I see that I have already completed the Pokédex entry for Cherubi but not Cherrim, which just shows that Cherrim is really difficult to find. Anyway, I do want to complete the Pokédex for Cherrim. I'm hoping to find some shaking trees right over here in Lonely Spring, which has Cherrims in it. And I'm definitely not going to be trying to catch it. I have seen a lot of videos just saying that it's really tough to catch it. So I think the much easier thing to do over here is just going to be defeating it and completing its tasks that way. Here we have a Carnivine. Since I already have a Alpha Carnivine, I won't be catching this one. I have just gone ahead and defeated it. Alright, here is another one. Let me quickly go ahead and defeat it. And once it's done, we can actually move on and talk to the Bronzong. Alright, so here it goes down. And I think we would have to actually run away. Of course, I did drop out some items. As usual, my satchel is completely full. Let me see which item I can actually discard. I think I can discard this plum bean since I'm not really using it. And I can go ahead and use this grit gravel on any one of my Pokemons. I'm hoping to completely max out my Samurot's stats. That will be quite helpful. And we can use this candy on Arcanine. So Arcanine is still under leveled other than most of my Pokemons. And I do want it to be the same level as much as my Samurott is gonna be. Anyway, let me quickly go ahead and battle this Psyduck since it is really annoying me at this point. Alright, it's quite low level, so I can easily go ahead and defeat it with one hit. Now that we have defeated it, we would actually make our way forward. There are no berry trees right here, so I think I can just go ahead and go across. Of course, there's another Carnivine right here, which is quite repetitive. There is just a lot of Carnivines in this area. And I don't see any Pokemon on the water. Alright, let me quickly go ahead and pick up this iron chunk, as well as see if we can get this berry as well. Alright, just 2 berries added to our satchel. I guess I did miss one berry tree right here. Alright, and I would have to actually dodge these 2 Pokemons. Now it's quite tough since they both are just trying to attack me, and I don't have any space in my satchel. Okay, let me quickly just break out this one, and then we can actually go ahead and talk to the Bronzor, which is right around here. Alright, seems like we have another cutscene, and this Bronzor actually looks kind of hurt. Okay, hope that the Ginkgo Guild lady will be able to help this Bronzor. And yes, she can. Alright, so now that this is done, I think we can actually go ahead and build the new camp. And finally, I'll be able to remove all the items from my satchel that's completely filled. And I guess these Bronzors will be hanging out with us as well in the camp, which is kind of really cool. We didn't really have any Pokemon hanging out in the camp till now, so this will be quite nice. Alright, I'm glad we were able to actually help this Bronzor as well. Now I see that this camp is actually quite close to the old one. If you actually go down the ridge over here behind this character, you will actually go back to the entrance area where you can actually go to the original camp. But I guess at least we will be getting one right here. For now, I can actually go ahead and just pick up this leaf stone right here. Of course, as usual, I'll go ahead and discard the spoiled apricot. And okay, I do want to get this berry as well, but I think it will be quite tough. Let's see if we can fit it in our satchel. And we cannot. Okay, I guess I can't really throw out any other items, so I will just go ahead and head out. And once the camp is complete, I think we can just come back and pick it up. Alright, so the camp is already complete, which is a really good thing. I can just go ahead and heal my Pokemons. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, now that we have completed exploring, we do have to go ahead and find Warden Ingo. Now he did say that we will be meeting SNEASLER. And here he is. Let's quickly go ahead and talk to him. Alright, here we go. And I think we'll have another cutscene. You would never expect to be able to climb such a sheer cliff as these, yes? But with SNEASLER as an ally, it becomes a work for a moment. She is at home on the cliff face. One might think she knew some secret, some hidden move. What am I saying? Hidden moves? There are no such things in Hisui, surely. Yet, I feel as though I was in a cusp of remembering something just now. Just who I was before I came to Hisui. If you fell from the sky, you came from another world altogether, most likely. Perhaps a Pokemon battle with you will jog this memory loose. Alright, so we are going to be battling Warden Ingo right here, which is quite exciting. I was not really expecting this, but now I'm actually really excited just to see what Pokemon he's going to be having. Alright, so he has 3 Pokemons in his team. Okay, the first one is going to be his Machoke. Of course, Arcanine in this game is not a very good Pokemon to go against Machoke. So, I think I would have to actually switch out to another Pokemon. Let me go ahead and switch out to my Dusknoir. I think that's the best bet right here. And I thought Dusknoir was just invisible for a minute over there. Thankfully, it does know the move Psychic, and it did take down Machoke in one hit. Alright. Now let's see what his next Pokemon is gonna be. And it's a Tangela. Okay. So this is gonna be quite easy. Let me go ahead and use Psychic again. That should take it down. And let's see what his last Pokemon is gonna be. It's gonna be a Glygar. So this is the first time we're actually seeing one. Let's go ahead and use another move to take it down. I think Shadow Ball is a pretty good move for it. Of course, Glygar won't be going down in one hit since it's not that effective. But I think using it again, we will be able to take it down. Alright, so there we go. We have defeated Warden Ingo. Alright, that was pretty easy. Let's see if we will get to see SNEASLER after this. I'm quite excited to see it as well, as it is a new Hisuian form for it. Alright. Your talent has brought you to the destination called Victory. That is true. Now, allow me to call SNEASLER. And it's gonna be the same tune basically for all the nobles. And here we go. So here is gonna be the new form for SNEASLER. And it looks amazing. Alright. Allow me to introduce you, Dashi. This King Cloud Pokemon is SNEASLER. Would you be kind as to play your flute for her to hear? There we go. So we do have to actually go ahead and play the same tune as usual to show them that. Alright. And there we go. So from now on, we will be able to have SNEASLER help us climb all of these really big, huge cliffs. And it's gonna be really amazing. Now here we do get the toxic plate as well, which is amazing. I think we will have around 2 to 3 slates left that we have to get, but it's gonna be pretty cool. Alright, Warden Ingo is gonna be returning back to Jubilee village, and we will be going onwards with our journey. Awesome. Alright, so all we have to do is either go near a cliff and click on A, or we can go ahead and use the plus button as usual to get it to come over here. So here we go. We can actually go ahead and climb. If you do press the button B, it will actually let go of it. And if you click on up arrow mark, you will be able to go up. Here is the map for Coronet Highlands, and as you can see, it's quite a huge place. We have all of these areas that we have to go to. And I think I have not yet put the mission up, so that's the reason why you're not able to see the request for the mission. The pointer showing up. Anyway, for today, I think we can just go ahead and go around the small area over here. And we can go ahead and end out this episode. Alright, so here we see a lot of Bronzongs as well as a Alpha Bronzong right there. I'm not going to be battling this one since I do have the data in my Pokédex already. Unless we get a request in the future to complete the Pokédex for Bronzong. Now I did go across the Alpha Bronzong and I have just climbed out this ridge. Now this area right down there is quite hidden. You won't be easily able to see it in the map either. Let's quickly go ahead and explore this small cliff right here, right next to our camp. And then I think we can actually go ahead and head down the other side of this cliff. Alright, it seems like there are a lot of Carnivine in these areas, not much of any other Pokemon. As you can see here, we have around 2 to 3. Alright, let me quickly go ahead and collect all of these items on this grass, or the pile of grasses that are here. which is really suspicious since there are no leaves anywhere else. It almost seems like someone just came here and swept everything. Anyway, it seems like we have more of these carnivines in this side of the cliff as well. But I just want to say this view looks so pretty. The sky and the evening hue, it just looks so pretty. Anyway, this is the end of this side of the cliff. I do think we have to go to the other side. As you saw, we did explore the area down below, which was Lonely Spring. Let me quickly go ahead and go to the other end of this cliff, and then from there we can actually go down. Seems like today's episode is gonna be a little bit longer. I usually end out my videos around 15 minutes. But that's okay since we are exploring this very large area. And here we are at the end of the other side of this cliff. Alright, it's a bit tough to see, but here you can see that if you go down this cliff all the way to your left, it will actually go back to the old camp. Anyway, this time I think we do believe that we have to go to the right side of it. So let me quickly go ahead and go to the right. Alright, here you can see that there is a small island in this side of the cliff. Of course, it's a little bit tough since we have to go through a long area. But let me keep on going to the right until I reach the ground over there. And we are almost there, just a little bit further. Here we just have a gold duck. That's okay, I won't be able to catch it. Let me go ahead and climb up and let's see if we have anything special. Now, I didn't really realize that we could climb a tree with the SNEASLER, but I guess we can, so that's nice. Now, I think I do want to actually go ahead and climb the Grand Arena tree just to check out what is up there. Maybe we can do it in the next episode. And here's another carnivine. And I see an NPC right over there. So let me go ahead and talk to him as well. It seems quite lonely being at the very corner of this area. And this is a Galaxy member. Alright. Yeah, this is the most remote corner of this whole place. So I was not really expecting him. And he's actually giving us a new recipe. Alright, so that's quite cool. Choice dumplings. Okay, so we can actually go ahead and create some or craft some once we get all the items required for it. And it was kind of worth it, coming so far. I'm glad we came here. Alright, that's the end of this whole place. We don't really have anything else left. And I think we have to actually go ahead and climb up this whole cliff back again. And since we have explored this side, I think we can go up and try exploring a little bit of the other areas as well. Alright, I'm at the top now. And I think I actually climbed way above. So yeah, it seems like I did climb way above. And if you look down, we do have a new Pokemon, Glygar. Let me slowly go down and try to catch it. Unfortunately, it did see me, so I would have to actually battle it. Now it's at level 40, which is fine. I can actually go ahead and use Crunch and it won't go down. This is quite a good level. Let me try and throw a Pokeball at it. Let's see if we can catch it right over here. Alright. And we do catch it. Alright, so that's a new Pokemon added to our Pokédex. So I'm also hoping to find its evolution as well. And here is our map. As you can see, I have not yet explored any of these lower areas. I do want to go ahead and explore it, but if we do start it, I think it will be another hour or so to just explore all of these. So let me go ahead and explore this small cliff, and I think I will go ahead and end out this episode over here. Let me try catching this Glygar as well, and it might help me complete some tasks. Alright, so I did use Air Release, which is not that effective on us. Let me try using Iron Head, and this is perfect. Alright, let me try using a Pokeball at it. And let's see if we can catch this one as well. We do. Alright, so that's amazing. And now it has actually started raining or thunderstorming, which is kind of cool. But the visibility won't be that good anymore. Anyway, let me quickly go ahead and climb down this cliff. It's quite easy with the help of SNEASLER. All you have to do is click on Y if you want to descend and B to let go if you want to let go of the cliff. Alright, let me go ahead and get this item before we go down the cliff again. We are quite in a height, as you can see, and we would have to use SNEASLER again. And I just saw that sometimes our character might actually slip and fall also, and if that happens you won't actually take any damage. Anyway, we still have around 1 or 2 layers. Just here I did jump just to see if I would get hurt, and apparently this height is too much. Alright, let me just pick up this item as well and we can go down. Now I do want to actually go ahead and head back to the camp, and I think I will go ahead and end out this video over here. In the next episode we can actually go ahead and explore the rest of this whole map before we go to challenge the Lord of the Hollow, Lord Electrode. Now we are back at the camp. Okay. Next episode we do have a lot of Pokemons to catch, and I'm actually hoping that we get enough points to go to 9th star. Alright, thank you all for watching my videos. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.